What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of HQCo. This week we had Jamie in, which was awesome. He is the promoter of Prospect Fighting Championship. So it's a local MMA fighting, and what it takes. He is the actual promoter and owner, I believe.
Yeah.
So if you are interested, or if you want to know what it takes to be a promoter in the fighting business, or in general, just to be a promoter and what it takes to do all that, he gave great insights, and it was an awesome episode. Jamie as a person is a great person.
Yeah, great guy.
Yeah, and like I said, tune in. We loved what we heard from him, and all our episodes are going to be on YouTube, HQCo. The first part definitely is going to be on Rogers, and then the full episode will air on YouTube. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, check out his local in London, like all the events he puts on.
Yeah.
He's doing a Halloween event, some of the stuff at Kellogg's, and by the sounds of it, it's really like awesome experience. Awesome.
I believe it's growing.
For sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm definitely interested in going and kind of seeing the shows that he puts on, and I definitely would recommend it as well. So yeah, YouTube, HQCo.67, and
please subscribe.
Yeah, definitely subscribe, and hope you enjoy.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Let's go, baby.
Well, thanks for coming. We'll kind of get like right into it, and I know you and of you kind of just from the community and stuff like that. Edis,
I'm not
so much.
All,
so
no.
Just like I said, we'll get into it and everything, but give us just like a Cole's notes on you and kind of what you do currently. And
Cole's notes. The Cole's notes would be on me. Would be Londoner. Lived here since 2000. Originally from Toronto. Came here. Stay out of trouble, just create life, start a new, next chapter type thing.
Yeah.
And then martial arts has always been my thing, even since I was a kid. Martial arts. Then UFC, MMA stuff came around, and then I did like what most young guys would do is they pick up and leave the country, go to Thailand for a bunch of months.
Train in
Muay Thai to like chase that martial art dream. Never ever did anything with it, as opposed to like train a few guys here or there and test your skills out in the reservations. And, and then I did in-house fights at Gold's Gym.
Okay.
Up on Exeter Road. I did a show inside the gym.
Yeah.
300 people. Got the ring girls. Got a pizza place to sponsor. Got an MC. Put a bunch of referees. It was totally a legal in-house show. Like, it was just one of those, like, you just match up with a couple other gyms.
Yeah.
Did a show, sold 300 tickets.
No way.
Like, oh, no problem.
That was the first show you ever did?
That was the first show I ever did. And then there was, it's funny, I had a construction light. You know those construction lights?
Yeah.
I had it hung from the rafters in the back of this gym, dangling over the cage that was there, which was just a training cage. It was probably like 15 feet, like real small one.
Yeah.
Pressed the action. Did some fights, and then had some investors who were like, "Hey man, this is crazy! Like you just did this like this," and well, this is what I want to see.
Yeah.
I have a vision, so I wanted, no matter how minor it was, I just had a vision, because if I was charging at the time, it was $20 a ticket.
Yeah.
I want the crowd to come in and go, "Oh, this was a great show. We had a good time."
Yeah.
They
How long ago was that?
It was in 2012.
Oh, okay. And you've been basically just going from there and making it better and better and better.
Yeah.
How quickly of a turnaround was that when the investors came? Like, how quickly
I knew nothing about it.
Nothing
about promotions. I knew nothing about the MMA game. I knew nothing about contracts with fighters, medicals. I knew absolutely zero. I knew that you had to be regulated. It had to go through Ontario Athletic Commission. So the fights had to be they have to go through the government, right? Everything's got to be registered. So I booked a meeting with them. Actually, they said, "We want to see you and talk to you about this first." When I applied for my promoter's license, went to Toronto. I had everything written on a napkin, like my budget. Like, this is what I think. This is what I think it will cost, not knowing the actual cost. And then when I sat with the commission, I sat with him for an hour. At the time, it was Ken Hayashi. It was notorious for shutting down shows, not working with promoters. Like guys lose their shirt. He was pretty hated in the MMA community.
Just in general, because
but just because he didn't give a shit. He didn't
care.
give a shit about the sport. He didn't want to see it grow. To him, it was a pain in the ass. He was just wanting
So
to do
how
boxing.
is he in a commission like that?
Well, it was because when the UFC came here, they weren't doing MMA. They were only doing boxing.
Okay.
So it was they adopted the New Jersey Athletic Commission rule set, sat and then said, okay, well, we'll try this in Ontario. But they did it for the UFC. UFC came to Toronto, made it legal. It was a lot of revenue for the city.
Yeah.
So when the local guys want to do something, you know, the price scheme is high.
Mm-hmm.
To do a show back in 2012 was over $100,000.
And was there many people doing it back then?
There was nobody doing it back then.
I guess that was early, so it wasn't
there
even really too much of a...
There was the Score Fighting series, which was televised. They had a lot of funding from TV, which they got a big jump start. So when I first got into the industry, I reached out to all those people that when that had closed off on TV, everybody was like, okay, now what do we do? They were just doing whatever, their own, back to the regular 9-to-5s. So I reached out to them and made them a part of the team, which was crucial.
Yeah, for sure.
They came with experience, and I went with an open mind. I wanted to be just tell me. I don't know. If I don't know, I'm gonna ask you, but I'll figure it. I'll find a way.
Yeah.
And then I did a couple pro shows. You know, it was great. It was like exciting. I was learning so much. I was like never realized that I had a knack for it. And it took me a long time to actually step into calling myself a promoter.
Yeah.
Because a promoter is often is referred to as slime ball, you know, or he's going to rip you off, or he doesn't pay you. That's everybody's perception of promoter is that. Whereas I want to always be opposite.
Yeah.
I'm going to treat you well. You're always going to get paid. I never cut anybody in my life.
Yeah.
I'm not about to do it now. So it took me a while to fully roll into that role.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I did. And when I did, I was like, okay, this is what I want to do.
So where does that bring you to where you're at now?
So now, I mean, you know, years of on and off shows here or there. We always committed to the charity events. Faisal was, you know, a huge component to the MMA community, in the combat sport community in general. He helped a lot of fighters out. So when he approached me on joining the committee, doing these charity events, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm going to say yes. I'm indebted to you. You've helped me so much. He's helped everybody so much. So if he calls you at the middle of the night, needs a body move, you're jumping in your car with a shovel and you're going to go help him move a body. You know? That's how much I feel indebted to him.
Yeah.
Right? He's a super great man, very charitable, loves his community. And then I took a hard run at the pro. I took a really hard run, invested some of my own money, lost, you know, have some wins, you have some losses.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it got hard. It's not easy.
Yeah.
To do anything professionally, it's money.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so unless you got big, deep pockets or, you know, TV or some sort of network deal that's, you know, someone's going to help fund you and make this thing go.
It's an added stress.
It's a hard man's game on your own.
Yeah.
So
how many, like, what's the organization called?
Prospect Fighting Championship.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, so I named it that because when I started the Prospect, it was to do amateur. It was to develop athletes. So in my head, I was like, okay, the next prospect, who's the next superstar? And doing amateur before, there were so many guys now that are pro that have gone on to bigger things that needed that development process in the amateurs. Amateur was illegal here, and we were still doing the shows. They would call and threaten. The Hayashi, I remember being on the phone with him saying, "I'll revoke your pro license." Well, I'm not going to do pro again.
Yeah.
And then, well, we'll give you a fine. Well, how much is the fine?
Yeah.
Well, you just get $500. Okay, I'll cut you a check
Deal.
for the year.
Yeah.
You know, like leave me alone. And then they convinced us to do like a PSO application, so provincial sport organization. So a lot of sports, whether it be boxing, kickboxing, judo, they have the government funds them.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's a athlete development module to bring you to the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
So the government said, since you guys are doing these illegal shows, why don't you apply for a PSO status and build this package on how do you do MMA?
Yeah.
How do you do, what's the framework from a beginner to all the way to the cage to the bigger stage?
Wow.
But the bigger stage didn't exist because there's no Olympics.
Yeah,
bigger
yeah.
stage
Right.
for us is
Yeah.
UFC or
Yeah.
ONE FC or all these like huge organizations. So we ticked every box. We formed a non-for-profit organization. We had a whole group, same guys that were doing the promotions all put our heads together and did this whole application. And while we were still doing these events, we were doing them every weekend all across the province.
Yeah. Is it still
It's legal now. They just legalized last year, like the end of last year.
Really?
So now it's like you go and
That
get a
took a long
permit through the
time.
commission, and you put in policies on things that the way you want to go with, and safety protocols and code of conduct. You have to have all these like different things.
Yeah.
And then now it's about developing the amateur athlete circuit again, because we're running out of pros.
Yeah.
I mean, there's enough pros here, but eventually they're all going to go on to a different stage or retire.
Yeah.
Right.
Some guys, it's not the greatest of careers for most people.
So that must have been a big, even obviously recently, does that open a ton more doors for you?
It does,
Or-
and it does in a sense, because I like the amateur pro-am.
Yeah.
Was always my dream was, for costs.
Yeah.
Right? So if I want to do a show, if you had, the co-main event and the main event were pro, and then the rest of the undercard was amateur. You had a development process, and then you could see how the pros go, and you're not paying for, 24 fighters on a fight card, bringing guys in from Mexico. It cuts on your costs a lot, but that's almost there. It's not quite.
Oh yeah.
It's being worked through with the commission right now. So, but it'll come.
Cool. And is it like to current day? Is it primarily London or local, or
It's
is it
all over, man.
all over
the whole province?
Yeah.
Now that they
You just stay in
legalized
province?
it just stay in the province.
Are you
I
gonna-
want to stay just in London, to be
Okay.
honest. London. I've been to Toronto. Did Rebel Nightclub for a bunch of shows. I've done Windsor, both great cities.
Yeah.
Toronto was like a hometown thing for me. But something about London is different.
So you want to just bring fighters out of the province into London and have main events in London?
I like to develop the local
Yeah.
talent.
Oh, local
the guys
talent.
that are
Okay.
from the province, the
understand.
locals, the guys,
Yeah.
the ones that are close to home.
Yeah.
Develop those guys.
Yeah.
You build relationships with them. You can, in a sort of sense, teach them how to be professional.
Do you see a lot of prospects here?
There's a ton.
A ton
There's,
in London?
There's a ton across the whole province. I
Right.
think Ontario has some of the best fighters in the country. I mean, I'm not taking away from any other province,
yeah.
but
Right.
Ontario's it's rich in talent, and
Yeah.
you look at the UFC roster and all the people that are in the UFC that are Canadian. They're either from Quebec or Ontario,
Yeah.
or a few from out west, but for the most part, like it's pretty rich and you got
And
a
is
dense
it-
population too, right?
Is it
Yeah.
primarily MMA or boxing or both?
MMA.
Only, yeah.
You're only doing MMA.
Only doing MMA.
That's it. Okay.
I've dabbled in Muay Thai. I've done some kickboxing shows. It's not the same sell.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Right.
You can make it exciting,
But
but
MMA
for the most
is
part, MMA's
all around.
it brings
right?
everybody.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the
I think
boxer
that's
that-
probably like worldwide too, right? Like
I think
I
so.
feel like those more niche sports just don't like. There's obviously they're awesome to watch and everything, but for whatever reason, there's just from an entertainment perspective isn't developed for whatever reasons. I don't know.
I mean,
if it's like
kickboxing is great. It's for the real fight.
Yeah,
aficionado,
yeah,
The
yeah,
guy
yeah.
who's crazy about fights.
yeah,
Right.
Even myself, who this is my passion. You don't catch me watching fights.
yeah. I was gonna.
Yeah.
Because even talking about them is often hard too,
Yeah.
because it's like, if you're doing it all the time. Sometimes it's like, man, I just want you to tell me about this place. I just want you
Yeah,
to tell me about
yeah,
your
yeah.
dog. Tell me
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
tell me about you, and rather than, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
it's hard, but it's also fun because
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
lights me up too. Right?
Yeah. So what do you train yourself much? Like,
As of right now, no. I was at Adrenaline for a bit with Mancy,
yeah,
days a week,
yeah,
cracking pads, getting my ass whooped just to like get in shape.
Yeah,
and
for
then
sure.
By the fight time calls, man, it's
yeah.
busy. So it's like,
Yeah.
you gotta, hey man, I can't make it today.
hmm
So you miss a lot of stuff because you're always working.
Yeah. How many shows a year
That
do
was my
you
I like
do?
to
Yeah.
do quarterly. I want to do 4 a year. I think
Oh, yeah.
it seems to be the nice formula. It doesn't oversaturate it. Gives guys time to heal. You can it gives me time to plan, go after sponsorships.
Do you have like a big roster you can choose from?
I don't have well, it's not necessarily a roster that's belonged.
Mm,
Yeah.
Nobody really owns the roster,
right.
but there is a rich talent pool for sure. Sarnia is filled with Windsor, London's filled with Chatham, Cambridge, like Niagara, Burlington.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
once you start going through all the cities, every city's got
There's a lot,
great
Do you
gym.
travel a lot?
I want to stay home.
Mhm.
Okay.
We used to travel,
Yeah.
but then the traveling, that's tough, man. A 1-day event turns into a 4-day event.
Mhm.
You got to get at the hotels early. You're there for a couple days. You're meeting and greeting people that are coming in from different countries. Then it's like the hotel becomes your office. It's not even a place to sleep, and you're working.
And do you have like a team? Obviously, you have a team and everything, but like kind of doing those day to day, making sure everything runs when you have, or I guess leading into that question is like how, if you have a show coming up in 4 months, how much ahead of time does your phone start? Are you on the
moment
phone?
I announce?
Oh yeah.
So usually once I make an announcement, that's when your inboxes go.
Yeah.
You got to sift through it.
And those are people wanting to fight.
Gyms,
Just participate.
Your matchmakers will do the same thing. Their job is to put the fights together.
Yes.
They're the ones that are.
Okay, so you just announce that you want to have a fight in London, let's say, I don't know, in November 20th.
Yeah.
And then everybody else reaches then out to you.
Usually that's what happens first is once you do the announcement, it gets shared and everybody sees, oh, there's fights coming up.
And then
coaches and fighters go, hey, I'm going to be good for this time. I want to fight on this card. And then
so
send me your name, send me your
pick.
stats, and then you would start to match everybody.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Right, so you kind of got to see where everything's, and there's also other events too. You got to work around also, right?
For sure.
There's other events. You got to think of time between fights too, right? Guys usually take a mandatory 14 days. Some guy gets knocked out. It could be 30, 60 days. So you got to take all those things into account also, and timing. What else is going on in the city?
Yeah, for sure.
Are there currently different events that are happening?
There is.
Okay.
Yeah, there is. And they, same thing, bounce around from city to city. Everybody's kind of chasing the bag, I guess, so to speak. And then working on, getting guys active.
What's been your biggest success over the years as far as like one individual show?
Probably the very first show I ever did.
Really?
That was probably the most successful one. Because that one had a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it.
Yeah.
That one that was like the first time you ever do something.
Yeah.
I remember going to the venue, and it was at Western Fair. I remember seeing the cage in the center of the room. I remember looking at all the chairs.
You're like, oh, man.
Looking at the stands. I'm looking at the lighting rig, looking at the big screens. And then I'm looking at the fighters showing up with their bags, going to the back rooms, and I'm seeing the crowds coming in. It hits you.
I can imagine.
It's like, whoa. And then I sit there and I'm like,
you did that.
I can't believe I pulled this off.
Yeah.
I actually pulled this off.
It's like an imposter syndrome type of thing. Yeah.
And just like, and then they call you to the ring, and then an interview, and then I never spoke in front of 3,000 people before. It's frightening. It's let alone sit with two guys you don't know. It's the same feeling.
For sure.
Nerves, but it's also a rush too. And then all the headaches and all the times you want to throw the towel in along the way,
make it that much better.
Once you get to the event, and once the event is done, and your feet are swollen and sore, and you're tired, and had 6 hours sleep over a weekend.
Yeah.
And you go, I want to do it again.
Yeah.
Because it's like when you see the final product, that's when it feels the greatest.
Well, especially when you see fighters enjoy it, and then obviously people like just spectators and everything.
You know what else I really truly love about it is the connections, the network of people that you meet, the types of walks of people. There's been times I've walked into offices and I'm like looking for sponsorship, and I'm a sponsorship deck down on the table, and I'm like, I'm doing fights at wherever. To make that sell to somebody that they want to put their brand or their business alongside of fighting in some people's heads, we're like MMA, but to sell that is tough. And it's only until I get them in the building and they see the event, and they see the live production, they see everything that's the love and care and attention to detail that's gone into it, is when they're like, we're in for the next one.
Yeah.
Because then as they see value, they see growth in eyes on their pages. And I mean, that's what it's about too, right? That network grows.
Awareness.
Everybody, there isn't a contractor I can call right now because I haven't done some sort of work with them.
For sure. I can relate to that in the gym, and even just kind of where this is all evolving. And talk about like sponsorships and stuff. Like, obviously it's, when you say it's hard, do you get that much more no thank yous versus yes? Or like,
you 100%, you'll get way more no's than yes.
Yeah.
And that was, if this would have been a sales job and I was doing it for somebody else, not myself, I was doing it for somebody else, I quit. I can't do this shit. I'm not doing this for somebody else and being told no all the time.
Yeah.
But every time I'm told no, knowing it's for my stuff, I still feel good because when I meet with these people, it usually ends up with free tickets.
Mhm.
It usually it's like, then come and see and check
Yeah,
it out.
for
Here
sure.
you go. Here's a couple tickets for you.
Yeah.
And coworkers, come and just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
See if it is for you. I don't want you to be a part of it either if it's not for
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
You know,
You have to
like-
kind of want to.
Do you still
contribute.
constantly keep on looking for sponsorships?
I'm always looking for sponsorships.
Okay.
I think that's the biggest formula is to do these events, there's a cost, right?
Right.
And it's not like you're just forking over your own money. For the most part, you may have to start everything, but
Right.
sponsorship is key, and I'm grateful for every single one of them.
Mhm. Who's been your biggest, or maybe not financially, but just biggest supporter / sponsor
There's
over
been
the
so
years?
many.
Yeah.
There's been so many. There's been repeat ones depending on where. There's been so many.
Do you find that they're more like when I say mom and pop, like, or like smaller local businesses, or is it?
I've had local, like mom and pops are the best ones because usually they're at the beginning stage of growth in their business. They
Yeah.
want to get some eyes on them. They want to, they're learning to expand and advertise of some sort.
Yeah.
I like those ones the best because those ones turn into like friendships. And
Yeah, for sure.
relationships,
And
right?
talk about the network and everything.
And the
right?
network
It's like-
grows that way. But I've also had corporate sponsorships
Yeah.
where you were just dealing with somebody over an email and you never even see them. You don't even see them at the event.
Yeah.
I've done those too.
Yeah.
Those are great.
There's something missing from them.
There's
A
something
little bit.
missing.
I mean,
Yeah,
you can't talk.
I like that I
negatively
can go
about-
drive down to say La Una,
Yeah.
and I'll walk into the office building and I'll shake hands and I'll hug the director.
Mhm.
And I'll say, I know him. He's my friend. He's like, it'd be a coffee. Hey, bro, you want to go for a coffee? Go grab some chicken wings. It's that type of
Mhm.
relationship, and I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
They trust me. They trust that I'm gonna do right for them, and vice versa.
Yeah, yeah.
So sponsorship is a
Key.
huge component of it, man. If
Do,
you can't get
uh,
the sponsors, don't do it.
Yeah. Do fighters come with their own sponsors as
They
well?
do.
Obviously,
And
it's kind of a
I try to, the ones that don't know or don't understand how it works, I try to teach them too.
yeah.
I try to say, hey man, you can sell spots on your shorts. You can make 500 here, 400 there, 300 there.
Yeah.
Get active on your social media.
Right.
Learn to be professional. Learn to
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, it's
learn
true.
to interact with the community in a positive light, because that'll put more boxes on your shorts. Those
Yeah,
are,
for
those
sure.
people
Right.
want. You're either the villain or you're a good guy.
Right.
People, they like both, but the guy that they want to see, and this is the thing I learned in fighting in promotions, is you have to have like some sort of connection to that person. When you see a guy fight, you either want to see him win because he's such a great guy, or he's a family man.
Yeah.
He's a hardworking guy. Oh, this guy is in the union. He works with all my brothers.
hmm
When you see like all these different guys, it gives you that emotional connection.
For sure. Well,
I've
yeah.
been to shows where guys get knocked out that I had a relationship with, and I'll cry.
You feel it,
I
yeah.
cry in
You
the back
feel it,
room,
yeah,
going,
yeah.
man, like, can't believe you just got knocked out.
Yeah.
It sucks. But that makes the fight exciting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then now when you're watching the fight, you have an emotional attachment to either, or it's the guy you want to see get his
Yeah, yeah.
knocked the
Has to
fuck
be.
out.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's guys like that too. You're like, I met that guy one time and he was such a jerk.
Yeah.
What an arrogant prick.
Yeah.
That guy gets knocked out, and then you know what I mean. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
that
for sure.
emotional
It's that
goes
connection
both
makes you
ways.
feel
Yeah,
good
yeah.
when you watch the fights.
Yeah,
It makes
yeah.
it exciting, And that's what I like about it is building these relationships too.
Yeah.
Fighters, coaches, guys from different countries is different too. They don't speak
Yeah.
the language. You get translators. They're
Yeah, for
translating
sure.
for
Yeah,
you, and
yeah,
then
yeah.
you're building a connection with a guy who barely speaks English. And then they're
Yeah.
like, come to Cancun, and you're like, sure.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
What's been your maybe it's just like that you feel the best about, or prideful in kind of a success story that kind of went through your organization onto the next? Is there one guy or a couple guys that stand out that's like
For fighters?
yeah
Oh man, there's so many.
yeah
I have a lot of favorites. I have a lot of guys that maybe didn't even go to the UFC that I just loved because of
the
their personality,
yeah.
their
Yeah.
hard work.
Has there been guys who went to the UFC?
There has been, yeah.
Okay.
There has.
Awesome.
My first champion actually was Randa Marcos. She was from Windsor, and we basically created a belt.
Yeah.
It was a provincial fighting championships belt. That was the
Yeah.
name of the company at the time. And the commission argued with me in the staircase at the hotel saying, what sanctioning body is your championship belt? And I'm like, what do you mean
Mine?
sanctioning body? It was like, it's like my organization's belt.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't work. He was arguing with me.
Mm.
And one, the girls were expected to fight 5 rounds. That's a championship fight. To tell them it's not a championship fight, now they got to fight 3 when they've been training for 5.
Yeah.
Is they're going to be pissed off. If I go to them and say, hey, there's no championship belt because the commission said no, it was an argument I had to win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And because Hayashi was so hard, you know, I would give on so many other things just to get that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, then can we do it as, and then he goes, fine, we'll do it as a provincial belt. So we can do a 5-round fight. And it worked. And then she got the belt. She won the belt. She fought a girl from Deer Lake, I think it was. And then she got scooped up by the Ultimate Fighter. And then she went and she had a great career through the UFC.
Cool.
Like
Shit, that's
or
awesome.
just not a championship run or anything like that, but just like
a great career.
Successful career, all things
for herself.
considered. Yeah.
There's been so many guys that came through the door that ended up going to UFC also too, right?
Yeah.
Like, they put their time in, they put their fights in,
Yeah.
you know, they bounce around, and they get noticed, and then bing.
What's been your favorite
go ahead.
venue over the years? Is it that like Gold's Gym back or
No, my favorite venue?
Yeah.
Optically was Rebel Nightclub.
Oh, really?
Rebel Nightclub was probably optically was my funnest, because you walk into a nightclub and they got this big sphere thing, and you're like on the dock of backdrop is the skyline of Toronto.
That'd be cool.
You know, it's pretty gangster.
Yeah.
It's got a real cool feel to it. The vibe is great. The music is great. The optics of it are really great. That has to be one of my Budweiser Gardens.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
I've
cool.
done Bud a few times too, and that's another. I remember walking on the second floor, looking through the gate at the arena, and then I stepped in and I saw the cage, I saw all the tables,
And you're just like,
I saw I'm like, I'm doing a show.
how is this happening?
This is so
Yeah.
crazy. Like, I don't
That's
believe
awesome.
it half the time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A lot of it's optics, though.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of optics in everything, and that's what I've been learning too about visualizations of success.
Yeah.
You know, people often think, you know, oh, you did a show at Budweiser Gardens, you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that
No.
way. You know, if that was, I wish that were the
Yeah.
case.
Yeah,
Obviously,
no
you know,
kidding.
like, who wouldn't want that as a dream, right? But
Yeah.
it's not so much about being rich from doing it. Richness comes from the relationships you build along the way.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, if I can not lose money,
It's
I
best case
would
scenario.
do it all the time for free.
Yeah.
If I knew I wouldn't lose any money,
Mhm.
because it's fun.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
exciting. And
But like you saying, like it's what that rich comes from those connections that you
Yes.
build and networking and
Yes.
everything like
I've
that.
met
Like you
so
can't
many-
take that away.
And the fact that you see all these young guys succeeding and, you know,
And that's the
building
other
a
thing
big
too.
career, right?
And to me, that's the money in the bank is
Yeah.
when the guy who fights with you, you know, numerous times, and then he goes on and he gets platformed and he just keeps going up.
Mhm.
I love the fact that when 30 years from now, when he's with his grandchildren and he's not fighting anymore and he's flipping through scrolling through,
stories
he's
he's gonna
scrolling
tell.
through memories and
Yeah.
he's telling his grandchild, yeah, I fought there in this. Oh, he was a great guy. He treated us very good. That to me is, I want to be a part of that guy's memory.
Yeah, absolutely.
In 30 years, he goes, oh, remember that time you gave me that opportunity? Remember that time? You know,
That's rich,
we
you
got,
know?
that's
Yeah.
that's a whole different feeling that I actually chase.
Yeah,
I can see
absolutely.
that, obviously. I mean, you can see a kid that comes in, right? Starts fighting at like 18, and then all of a sudden, 10 years down the road, he's like a champion somewhere.
Yeah,
And
that's
you're just like,
and you
wow,
go, wow, I was a part of
he
that
started
journey.
here.
Yeah, he
And
was
that
with
kid
me.
will remember. I started right here in
Yeah.
London.
Yeah,
How many fighters are? I got one more thing, and then we'll kind of wrap up this first little bit.
Yeah.
How many fighters that you like come across your path are? I mean, I'm sure they're all aspiring professionals and everything, but like, how many do work a day job and are just quote unquote regular people versus, you know, people and or kids that are like fully invested in becoming like a, you know, a professional fighter? Is it 50-50 or how many is it?
Percentage wise, I'm not sure, but a good majority of them work in the day job.
And this is just like kind of a,
you gotta have something else to chase. And
Yeah.
there's a fighter he fought with me. He went to the UFC contender, fought UFC. He's great. So he's from Windsor. TJ Laramie. He's a barber.
oh yeah, okay,
Right.
cool.
So
Yeah.
like, and you would think somebody with if it's he's such a high caliber athlete, you think he would just be nonstop 9 to 5. This guy cutting hair all day.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you
I
gotta
respect
have
that.
for
you gotta
sure.
have something
Yeah.
that you do on the side. That's
Yeah.
how you make the real money.
Well-
Let's be honest. Like the money in this game is not
Yeah. Well, that's what,
sustainable
like,
for a fighter.
I'm sure it's one of those things where that's the perception that the public gets led on to think, is that like
That's
it
all
is
they-
just
yeah.
all in. You see the few people who, you know,
and you get those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, there is those, you know, they are privileged athletes
Mhm.
also that, you know, maybe they come from money. Maybe
Yeah.
they have sponsorship deals. Who knows? Somebody that says, hey, man, just go do this for a living and
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about work.
Mm.
But the scary part about that is what happens when a career doesn't happen.
yeah.
Right.
Right?
What if
Look at
injuries
NHLers.
happen?
Like,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
Imagine a guy hustling, trying to get on the NHL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens when he doesn't make it?
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
There's a good possibility that you won't make it.
Yeah.
Right.
And you have nothing to fall back
You
on,
need something
or
to
another
fall back on.
passion.
You gotta
or
have something. You can't just make it. I get
Yeah.
submersing yourself into a life of something that you truly want. And technically, the formula for that is that, you know,
Yeah,
put
yeah,
all your
yeah.
energy into this one basket. That basket is going to
Yeah.
go boom.
Right.
It's not,
Not
always
necessarily.
the case.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to have two baskets.
Yeah.
man.
And
You
there's
gotta
so
have
many
two
of them that
hats.
put those baskets in just, you know, those eggs in one basket.
Sure.
And it doesn't happen. And then they get crushed. And then depression happens. Oh, it can just,
And
you
that's
know,
the other thing,
right?
too.
That's the
is
sad part.
It is the sad part
Yeah.
of it, right? It's the hurt sport too, right?
Yeah.
It's a guy said to me not too long ago, it's a sport that you love so much, but it doesn't love you
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you have you announced the next fight? Do you have?
I haven't announced it yet, but the next one is October 25th.
Okay.
Back at 100 Kellogg's, and I'm going to do a Halloween themed show.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
I've done Christmas, I've done St. Patrick's Day, I've done all these like different events around festive times, I guess, so to speak. Like I'll do like 'Twas the Fights Before Christmas,
Oh,
or
yeah.
like Seasons Beatings. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like, you
yeah.
have these Patty Whack that like the St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Like those themed ones to me
Yeah.
was always something that I know is cheesy, but it's also fun for me because I get to name it. But I've never done a Halloween show.
Cool.
I always wanted to do a Halloween show, man. And
Now's the
timing
time.
this to one kind of works out. The venue is great. Kellogg's has been
Yeah. Cool.
amazing venue to work with. I want to stay there.
Yeah.
So Halloween show, I do like prizes for best costumes. I want to get fan engagements.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
want people showing up that you can engage the fans and the people that are there to support their friends of the fighters or whoever. You want them to have such a great time that they look forward to the next one.
Mhm.
Mm.
Well, I'm sure you got like tons of kind of outlets to raise awareness for that and stuff like that, but it'd be cool, like even closer to or beginning of October, to come on and do like a little
Absolutely.
something
Yeah.
specific. But again, I know you probably have a lot of different outlets to use that.
I
But
would make time for this because like this stuff is important. It's relationship building.
yeah,
Also,
and
now.
even just I don't even know, there could be like we'd love to like participate in one way or another, if at the very least come.
you guys should
Right.
fight each other. You guys should fight each other.
It's like a
So you
celebrity.
got-
There goes the
like-
promotion
Yeah.
right away.
You know, you guys are like you guys should fight each other. You're both probably what 228, 232.
That's a
A
good
little
guess.
hungry.
But
we can get there
Yeah,
by
we-
then.
Right?
You just tell us the
You can
parameters
sit
we need
here,
to meet,
do-
and it's
do
like
heavyweight action.
we
Yeah.
use the big like balloon style
Yeah.
gloves.
You guys
and
can
stuff.
talk about it leading up to it, saying, "I can't believe we're going to fight each other."
Imagine.
What did that guy do, man? What did that guy do?
Hey, if the sponsorships are right,
yeah.
we're in.
You
So
know,
no.
it's
Yeah.
amateur, man. We can make it happen.
Oh, God.
I love the promotion right
Yeah.
away starts kicking in. Let's
But
go.
that's
I
what
love
excites
that.
me.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's actually that's kind of how the amateur one circuit started. I was
Yeah.
in my kitchen of my house at Scott Lamont. Do you know Scott Lamont? He's a local guy.
maybe if I saw
and
it.
Curtis Walls. So we're around the kitchen island, and I'm like, bro, I'm gonna do fights at Cowboys. I'm like, what do you mean fights at Cowboys? I'm like, I'm gonna put a cage on the dance floor at Cowboys. I'm gonna do amateur fights. And they both looked at each other and like,
You want to
yo,
fight?
I want to fight on that. I'd fight on that. Because bro, we should fight each other. So they started working it out with each other. Going, we should fight each other. And
Oh
I'm like,
man.
let's do it. Like let's 100. He goes like, you sell tickets? And they're like, yeah, I'll sell tickets. You'll sell tickets? Yeah. Well, in my head, I'm seeing these guys. They're gonna sell a lot of tickets. They're gonna fight each other, have a great time.
That's hilarious.
Scott ended up like fighting in the amateur circuit many times with me, and then ended up becoming a professional. It actually like shaped his like identity, I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah.
to so to
That's
speak
awesome.
there, where he went from being a normal gym rat to somebody who just wanted to fight and
Mm.
not get picked up by the police for it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, for sure.
But ultimately, like
Well, we'll
It give you something to work for. You know, if you're doing October, we got a couple months. You guys can get.
We got gloves.
We got gloves.
You know? So this we'll kind of wrap this first one up here. Like I said, as always, the full episode will post on YouTube. But like Instagram, websites, anything like that.
That I want to shout out. Man, I don't even know the name of it.
That's fine.
Champion_1313.
Well, I'll tag it in everything and stuff.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming.
No, thanks for having me.
I think this is just another example of like networking, and I'm sure there's going to be lots in the future, and potentially a 5-round championship fight. So thanks for coming.
No problem. Thank you.
So we'll just keep going, and that's basically kind of the soft end,
clean version.
Basically, more or less. So
now we can.
Now you can just do whatever.
Now we can talk about the dirt.
I mean, whatever you will in this chair. Yeah. Do you get a lot of guys that do have like grudge matches against other people?
No, but sometimes shit talking really happens where guys need to do that. You know?
Yeah.
Like some guys, it's like the bar fight guy rips off his shirt, he's yelling and screaming, throwing stools and chairs. He's doing that because he needs to. That's how he hypes himself up.
Yeah,
clearly he doesn't really want it.
He's
just doing that to get hype. Some guys got to talk shit.
Yeah,
some guys got to not like you. If I'm gonna have to fight you, I don't want to like you. I'm gonna punch you in the face. You're my friend. I don't want to punch you in the face.
I don't like him that much.
So now I don't want to. Now I don't gotta like. Can you imagine the shit talking you guys could do to each other on a podcast
all day, every day?
Dude, we do it regularly anyway.
We're 6 weeks out from fighting each other. Yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, pussy. I'm
gonna have a picture of his face on the bag downstairs.
There's a lot of material you can actually work with, and I bet you the community would rally behind you.
I'd get my ass kicked, man. This guy actually weighs 50 pounds more than me. Speed though, he gets worn out real easy.
I don't know. We'll see about that.
Over heavyweight's over 225.
Heavyweight is over 225. What's the limit?
Up to 265.
Oh, I'm at 265. I'm less. I'm at 255.
255. I don't know.
Okay, who would be we'll call him out now. Who would be the co-main event? I mean, not implying like this is a total hypothetical. Like I would know if there was one. We were fighting, who would be underneath us? We'd have to have.
We'd have to have like two guys from the gym just duke it out.
Yeah.
Little grudge matches, work
maybe someone who doesn't like each other at the gym, just like go. And,
surprisingly enough, if you guys were to fight each other, and let's say hypothetically each other, you know how great of a relationship that would be for you guys' friendship.
I believe it. I'm not.
I think at the end of it all, and no matter which way it went, if it was to come to that, your relationship would be like.
But remember, this is MMA. Everything goes, eh? It's not just standing up boxing. This is like
you
choking
can take him
your
and
ass
wrestle
out,
him to the ground and choke the guy out.
Yeah.
You can make it super easy. Right?
Maybe I wrestled.
Have you ever
did
anything?
I think I took karate when I was a little kid.
So you got a base.
I saw Chris before. I used to work out with him at Adrenaline. So
you got some moves. So you took lessons. Maybe I got to start taking lessons. Maybe I'll just go do some.
You can't go to Adrenaline though, because that's my
I won't. I'll go ground game. I'll go do some jiu-jitsu somewhere and just start choking you out.
You can't get me to the ground.
Look how this is going. I can 100%.
Dude, we'll do a 5-rounder. By the time you hit 3rd round, you start cramping, and then it's like on.
I kind of want to see it now. I'm like, I feel like I almost have you half convinced.
We'll get a petition going.
Yeah. We have to get
you got health insurance?
Oh,
yeah, you're screwed. Better get a good mouth guard. Okay. What else do you do for fun activities outside of any crazy weird hobbies or anything like that?
I'm a pretty lone guy. I have my daughter, I have my girlfriend, I'm not.
You just are low key.
Yeah, I work a full-time job, night shift. I service bank machines in the evening, like an armed guard.
Yeah, cool.
I've been doing that 25 years.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
So I have a full-time job I go to, and then my night work is I just go through the motions of.
Hold up. So you drive these Brinks trucks and shit?
I do. Well, I don't drive them. I handle everything else. I deal with the banks, right?
Okay.
Cool.
That's
How's
a sick
that? That's
gig.
interesting.
Yeah, how's that?
That's my like full-time gig, and it's
Yeah.
nights. So when you're on a night shift all the time,
That
there's
actually messes you up, don't it? Like doing nights all the time. Like how
I
is?
think what messes you up is the nights to days,
Switching,
nights to
yeah,
days.
back
I think
and
that's what
forth,
messes
yeah.
people up.
Mm,
I'm on night hawk anyways.
Yeah.
okay.
The best time to reach me is 2:00 in the morning
Yeah.
because I'm just up.
Yeah.
So I come alive. That's why when you guys do the podcast, you're like 7:30, perfect. That's
Yeah.
why I'm awake.
Yeah.
I'm more like alert, more talkative,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
opposed to like during the day where you're taking 4 hours to wake up because you're running off 4 hours sleep.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's where it does hurt you if you want to have some life.
Yeah, you kind
gotta
of
wake
find
up
how
early.
it works
Yeah,
for you,
you-
though.
right.
Yeah.
You know, but that's
Nice.
ultimately what I do.
Do these fights ever get like put on TV or anything like that?
You know,
or-
I've done pay-per-views. I've done
Okay.
streaming. I have dabbled in that.
Mhm.
It's also a whole new animal too, right? You get your production crew.
Yeah.
You gotta get guys that are watching stream. You gotta make sure the bandwidth is right. You gotta.
Mm.
There's all these moving components to it, and I don't like complaints, right? So I don't like if like in a crowd you come to the show, I know you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Right.
Versus a
I
stream
can-
going down, you're
Yeah.
like,
I
oh,
can
there's 10,000,
correct it with
5,000
you.
people.
I
who
can't
just,
do it
Yeah.
if a stream goes down, which the shit happens, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Are you a huge fan of the UFC? Are you watching every fight and everything? No.
No. I don't think I watched a UFC, and the last one I watched was Kyle Pripolek because he fought for me a bunch of
Oh,
times.
really?
He's a
Wow.
gentleman of American.
Yeah.
He just got the UFC call a few months back, and I watched that one because I bid
Yeah.
on it.
And you
It's
have
one
the
because-
relationship,
and
the
I have a
emotions
relationship
Yeah.
are more
with him.
tied to
I've known he's fought for me since 2012
Mhm.
numerous
Yeah.
times. He's got like the second most fights with me
Oh, wow.
in like the company history, right?
Yeah.
So when you see somebody like that go to the UFC, yeah, I'm turning
Of
it
course,
100% watching. But it'd be like more likely by myself.
Yeah.
I don't have a big social life.
Mhm.
Everyone always thinks you have a big social circle, but I really don't. I'm pretty
Yeah.
quiet. You know, I
Yeah.
stay home. I'm not really a big drinker.
Mhm.
So I swim. And
Nice.
Do you go to a gym, anything like that, or you just,
I'm at Adrenaline.
oh, adrenaline?
Yeah,
Okay, that's
Adrenaline is
okay.
the spot. I
Yeah.
think it's a great
Yeah,
spot.
I love those guys
Menzies
down there.
is-
They've always been, like I said,
They're all great. Over
some of the, even way back when, a lot of them would come here when they wanted, get some weights and vice versa. And they've always been really good to us and vice versa. So, like I said, adrenaline's mine. You got to figure something else out.
That's all right, man.
I know another gym you could go to if you want to like step up, depending what you want to do. If you want to do jujitsu,
I might just go to Thailand for the next 2 months.
Oh, I got an advantage. I already been there.
How was that? You said you've been.
Man, what a different world. Different world.
Have you you obviously watched the fights? How they fight over there?
Over there, yeah. Oh,
It's wild.
Live Muay Thai.
Yeah, it's
over there is
insane.
insane.
Yeah.
Like, when I was there, I was training at a training camp 6 hours a day. The weekends would come and you would like drive into Patong with all the other fighters.
Just a
You
party.
go just to party, drink,
yeah.
Tiger beers and watch fights at any
Yeah.
Bangladesh Stadium or something
Yeah.
like that. And you go in and the whole arena would smell of liniment oil and
It's wild.
everyone's
man.
there slapping the cards, making bets.
Yeah.
And then the round starts and then you got a 9-year-old kid comes into the ring draped in money and flowers doing Y Crew, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden you have two 9-year-old kids fighting each other and the kid gets knocked out with an elbow and other foreigners are going,
What
"These
am,
are kids
am I
fighting."
allowed to be here?
We're like, yes. Like it reminded me of like growing up in Scarborough. We used to fight each other in the lobbies
Yeah.
of the building, and then you get all the other kids in the building fighting each other, and everyone would fight each other, but you would never see a knockout with an elbow.
Yeah.
Like
No
fully
kidding.
trained kids that are like
They're
throwing.
killers, dude. These
They're
little
super
kids are
killers,
like
yeah.
literally killers. They will knock your ass out like that.
But the thing is and I asked one of the trainers too about the kid had money around his neck, and I said, I go, hey man, what's all the money around his neck? Because if he wins that's his purse, that's his for his family.
Yeah.
They're fighting for money.
Yeah.
Not fighting because they necessarily really truly want
No,
to do
just
it.
to
It's-
feed
it's
their
a way
families
to
and
feed their
everything.
family. And
It's crazy, man.
The
Yeah.
unfortunate side is they chase that dream like how we would chase NHL here, and if it doesn't work out for them, it usually leads to
Not good.
prostitution.
Yeah.
or, tuk-tuk driver.
Yeah.
Right.
There's not a lot of. I don't think there's a lot of great opportunities.
Any
for
other sports you're interested in?
boxing? I've always liked boxing and baseball.
Baseball.
I've been on a kick the last probably 3 months watching Bat Boys this guy just tests baseball bats and he's cranking balls out. Right, like, and I get in those little loops where I'll be like, and I like the sound of it. I like ding, and he's like 191 miles per hour. This. Oh, this is great. Let's try this Easton bat. So I've been like, and to actually watch a baseball game never happened.
You just went.
I was at the Tigers game yesterday,
and to me, it would be live. Would be great.
It's awesome. Live is like right? I don't know the last time I watched a full game on TV, like a baseball game. Like fall ball is good, like playoff when it starts playoff or whatever. But like rarely I watch the full baseball game. But going to a game is like awesome.
Have you seen Banana Ball?
No.
Oh, but there's another one I've been watching too.
Like
it's a league.
Yeah, I've seen. I know what you're talking about.
So
you've seen them for sure on Instagram.
They'll have the pitcher will. He'll go to do a pitch. He'll either do a dance. He'll do a backflip and then throw the.
No.
He'll do a backflip and then pitch the ball.
What?
And then the guy will hit the ball and then he'll go to the outfield, but the guy will jump up in the air and he'll catch the ball between his legs, or he'll do a backflip and catch the ball.
Oh,
He'll throw it in.
There's no way you haven't seen it.
It's like the Globetrotters of baseball.
Yeah.
That's sick. I don't think I've seen these.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And then like the umpire will call you out and then you'll start twerking.
Like these guys and stuff, like crazy stuff.
Oh shit!
But it's actually like watch this.
What? This is insane. They got a bicycle back there.
There's a bicycle in the outfield.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. Is there only 2 teams? Do they just play each other all the time?
I don't even. I just watch the highlight reels. Like I like top 10 banana ball moments. Like if you click on that, like just watch. It's just so. Look, like
360 tornado catch. Look at that guy in stilts, dude.
Like how cool is that? Like that's to me
awesome.
It's entertaining, right?
Yeah.
So like, this is actually good baseball. Like, they're doing, like cool shit.
No, it's not. It's not a joke. These guys do hit. These guys do catch. Obviously.
Let's go to 1. Look at how packed it is.
They sell out arenas, man. 75,000 people. You can't get a ticket to watch this event.
The fan catches it, and that's considered an out.
It's considered an out. Yeah, like it's like the rules are just like. Whoosh.
This
like how cool is that? That's
awesome.
And again, it's it's fan interaction.
Yeah, for sure.
If the crowd is there and they're having a great time and they're being
it brings
visually
the
and
crowd
mentally
back
stimulated.
too. Yeah,
you got to stimulate people. Normal baseball is great to watch, but
right.
gotta wait for something to happen.
Yeah,
right.
You know, it's like,
that
was amazing, but what are the chances? Sometimes you watch 5-6 innings and you're just like, man, this is
falling asleep.
But then you got these guys that are doing shit every single pitch, every single catch, every single play is exciting. Even though the person standing at first base on stilts is ridiculous, it's actually like let's see it. You know,
I gotta check these guys out.
It's hilarious.
So yeah, baseball is one of those like sports that I do enjoy.
Awesome.
Nice. What else?
Yeah, so fights coming up. How many more? Like how many? What is right now one of your top fighters that you like enjoy working with? Do you have a?
There's so many.
Yeah,
there's so many.
It'd be a million stories about a million different guys, right? Like to me, I'm just starting to learn who the amateur circuit is again. I just came back from doing a bunch of pro shows in a row. So now it's like, okay, I got to relearn the amateurs, relearn who's who.
If you could only do one professional or amateur,
if I had endless bank, let's just say it was like someone was like a Saudi prince was like, here's $100 billion. I would do pro. I'd probably do pro.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just more global stage. You can do a lot more with it. It's more the caliber of fights tend to be a little bit better.
Yeah.
Whereas in the amateur scene you're working through. There is obviously a skill set,
but it's an amateur.
But it's also amateur. You're going to get fights that there may not be that great of a skill set. But that's how you sift through who's good. And
How
who's
does it
not.
work? So when fighters come out of the country, let's say, like people from overseas or whatever, how does that
So
work?
before I was bringing a lot of Mexicans in, so I made a Mexican connection with a guy who actually prints my canvas.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
So he runs an organization in Mexico called Naciones, and it's like Mexican MMA events. Like he's big over there.
Yeah.
I didn't know he did that. I was just buying my canvases from him. I had this relationship with him. His name's Hector, traditional
Yeah.
Mexican name.
Yeah.
He'd go to Texas, ship you off this canvas, or I'd have the Mexicans fly it in.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they come to fight, I would say, hey, take this,
Bring this
carry
in, yeah.
on, make sure you don't forget this.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the canvas, that's the mat that has the logos on it.
Mm.
And then I started working with him, and then we started bringing in all these Mexican guys who just happen to be like,
Top level.
they're all
type of
good.
thing,
They're
yeah.
all they're actually great fighters. They're hungry. They're they're coming from a different world than us too. Like here, we're pretty lucky here. For the most part, if you don't fight tomorrow, I mean, we get a job.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
Over there, it's a little bit harder.
Mhm.
It's a hustle for them. Diego Lopez, they just fought for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
title. He
Yeah.
was at my event in Toronto.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
And
sick.
He came with like 5 other Mexicans. He was the coach. He messaged me saying, "Hey, like I got a team of guys. We're ready to go." So I linked him with my matchmaker. We started doing all his work. Brought him in. He came. And the thing is I knew the moment I spoke with him, the moment I interacted with him, that there was something. He hadn't
Yeah.
even been signed with the UFC yet.
Oh really?
Like
Because he's young, right?
He's young and
Yeah.
he just fought for the title.
Yeah.
He's really good. He had a string of wins. He got the call, I think maybe, I want to say 2-3 months after my show in Toronto. And
Oh,
he was
cool.
there. But I knew there was stardom in him.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just meet somebody.
So you
and
actually do see sometimes fighters like that do have.
always.
Yeah.
I can see. I can tell a guy if a guy is can do something with it or not. I can tell by his demeanor.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I can explain it, but I can. There's
Yeah.
some guys I look at on their fight style and how they do everything. I just think that guy's gonna be a star. That girl's gonna be a star
Yeah.
Mm.
because they just have it. There's something about the aura, something about the energy that they give in. I
Mhm.
just feel it.
Mhm.
And I know ones that I'm like, that guy's gonna be a bomb.
Mhm.
Like you could tell.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
Some people just are different.
Who maybe not even necessarily in like the kind of fighting world, but who do you like look up to look up to?
Do you have
and-
like a favorite promoter you actually look up to, or you think?
I never thought of it that way.
or not
Huh.
even promoter? Just I was more so reaching for like kind of even outside of a
Like an inspiration.
Yeah, inspiration.
A mentor? You have any mentors?
Mentorship has really come from my team.
yeah.
Mm.
The people that are around me that I'm learning from every day.
Mhm.
But as for like holding somebody in high regard to give me that motivation, I've never thought of it.
Mhm.
But I'm
Mm.
sure there
Yeah.
is for sure that
Subconsciously, you
there's certain
kind of
people
like
that I'm like, I like the way they think.
yeah
There's a slew of people I could rattle off and say,
yeah for
Mm.
sure
I like this person because of that, because he's taking like a Dr. Faisal.
yeah
He's a guy who gives back to his community. That's somebody I want to strive to.
yeah there you go yeah
to
yeah,
emulate, because
Yeah.
it's like he was a guy who was in his 50s and
Just
all he does
contributes.
is give back to
Yeah.
his community.
Mm.
He's a doctor. He fights. Like
yeah
he somebody like that.
Mhm.
You hold in really high regard because I remember he said something to a fighter one time because they were late for their medical appointment, and their excuse was, I didn't have time. I ran out of time today to make the appointment. I'm sorry, because we had a thread going.
yeah
He was like, I'm a fucking surgeon. This is
Yeah.
he's swearing and everything, bro. Like in the message, he's like,
Mhm.
I'm a fucking surgeon. I'm a doctor. I'm working this many hours a week, and I'm doing this, and don't give me that bullshit that you don't have time.
yeah absolutely
And then it gave you a whole new perspective
Mhm.
of time,
hmm
right? What do you
Priorities.
do with your time and your
Yeah.
priorities? You can rattle off more than you actually think. Think about what you waste in a day.
yeah oh absolutely
If I was to, I don't even want to look at what I've wasted in a day
Yeah.
just doing stupid shit,
hmm
time consuming stuff.
How big is your team?
It varies in size, 3 to 25.
Do you have a partner, or is it just solely
It's
you?
just me.
Okay.
do you like that
I
do you
do.
like
I do. It's hard to do any partnership with people because it's hard for other people to share the same vision as you.
Mm.
You own a gym,
Mhm.
right? It's different. You own it with your wife.
yeah just me
It's just,
yeah
it's just
yeah
you. But
and I asked that because like I always reflect back on like if I had a partner, would it be different? Would it be better? Would it be worse? So yeah, like coming from a point of like my perspective, it's I'm definitely, I was always curious for people that are just like own their thing by themselves, and obviously there's pros and cons to having a partner and, you know, doing it solo and everything.
If you have a partner that puts in the actual work equity with you, that is by the side, by the sleepless nights, the early morning phone calls, they're grinding and hustling and doing this stuff, that is possible in a partnership, for sure. But when you're on your own and it's your own vision and it's your own, I have a vision, I want to see certain things, to have to run it by somebody else, unless your partner was just like, you just do you, man. Yeah. Just do what you do.
That's why I never regret just being more or less a one-man show. And like,
if you fail, it's on you.
Yeah,
too,
totally.
Right? And that's the other thing too, is like even having investors at one point back in the day, there was that pressure to, I wanted to make sure that they were satisfied.
Yeah,
and happy
for sure.
Too, right? And that's a, I don't want that guilt. I don't want to, if I flop and fail and I know it's on me, it was my lack of work ethic, or I didn't try hard enough, or got unlucky or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
because
like,
shit does happen.
It falls on me, then I don't have to explain to somebody else why they lost their shirt too. You know?
So what's the long-term goal right now? Like
right now, the long-term goal is to develop some athletes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get guys active. Develop the next pro group of men and women.
Yeah. And by the sounds of it, like that pro-am structure will be big.
I think that's the ultimate way. I've always said that. You know, I've been saying that since 2012. Man, if we could do half the card pro and half the card amateur.
What's the biggest reason for that not being done now?
You can do it now, but because everything just became legal, what they did is you have to have it half and half. So if I want to have 10 amateurs on a fight,
you
card,
have to have matching
10 pro, right? For them, because it's like you can't just have 4 or 2 pro fights and then 10. So until that number gap goes, okay, we haven't. They're staffed enough because their guys do the UFC also. They're all city to city doing events, whether it's boxing, whether it's it's a staffing thing, I think.
Yeah.
So once guys get trained, and the amateur circuit is the best way to do that too, because then you're getting guys training for referee, guys getting trained. They're putting in the hours of learning before they can turn over to pro also. Yeah. So the whole community is kind of feeding itself. The more you feed itself, the better it'll grow.
So how many fights on a fight card currently?
I always try to do 12.
12?
12 fights. 12 fights, I think, for me is the best. You're not there too long. I mean, the last fights, doors open at 5. The first fight was right at 6 after the national anthem. And then we went right all the way through, 2 breaks. And we were done at 10:10.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah. That's perfect.
You don't want to. I've been to my own events where, you had 15 fights.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, when's this fucking show going to end, man? I want to go home.
I'm
tired.
Tired, I'm sure, it's maybe not a fair, or I can talk about like the UFC. I don't even know how many fights are on that, but it's just like, and I don't even know if this is a fair comparison, but I mean, we can't even last till the main card now.
Dude, we fall asleep. We sometimes come in here, watch this, and it's like...
We've been here for 5 hours already.
Sleeping.
And I'm sure it's, maybe a longer drawn out production and everything, but it's like 11 o'clock. And we're like, all right, let's book it home so I can fall asleep on the couch for the last fights.
And that's the thing too, is it's a lot of time, right?
Yeah.
So it's a big commitment for an evening.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like,
absolutely.
Again, unless you have that relationship with somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
To me, then if you knew your friend going on at 11:30,
100%. I'll stay up till 2 o'clock to watch
easy
that.
To stay up because I want to see.
For sure.
I want to see my friend.
Absolutely,
fight, right?
yeah. But even the last one, dude, like it was like, I think it wasn't even midnight. It was like 11:30, and we're like, yo, like I was like, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it. It's just it's hard to stay up. I mean, both of us, we're early guys. We get up early, go to sleep early, and then to stay up and watch a fight at like 1 a.m. in the morning, it's tough. Yeah.
Gotta have that emotional investment.
Right.
And that's hard to do too, right? That's I think that's why the UFC did so well.
Absolutely, because like you do have a lot of these, like, I mean, card after card, it's like, I wouldn't say I'm a huge spectator of UFC, but I mean, yet then again, here we are watching these, most of the UFC events, and you do have this like connection in a way where you watch their last one, and
Right.
you know, you're wanting to see
It's cool.
what happens. Or
It's cool to see fighters develop. So when you have a guy that comes in, for example, like we watched Sean O'Malley pretty much come up, become a champion, get knocked out, right? And then get knocked out again. So it's like, it was cool to see him where he started and where he came, and then like the downfall, I guess I would call it right now, right? So
and why
like,
it's so, and same with the rest of the world. You
Right.
know what I mean? They kind of all watch that.
I remember
but-
when Rich Franklin got tuned up by Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
I was emotionally upset because I was a Rich Franklin fan. You know, I was like,
yeah.
I thought he was just like your classic in the garage training, you know, tough guy that was just seemed almost invincible, and then he just got tuned. And
Yeah.
like, oh,
he is human.
what happened? You know, like,
Yeah.
that emotional investment.
Do you, is there like betting on, is there legal gambling?
You
yeah,
can do
gam-
legal betting on the pro fights.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can,
yeah. I'm sure there's
The-
lots otherwise too, but
Yeah.
maybe. Do you, how's it, I don't know, what about like, do a lot of guys, because I see it now, and like, again, I don't know, do you get annoyed when people relate to the UFC, because that's kind of like the mainstream?
No, because I think that's the demographic,
Yeah.
right? And
Mm.
it kind of comes with it. I don't get annoyed ever, you know,
Mhm.
by stuff like that. I get that this is the
What's in
demographic
front of you,
people
yeah.
you're talking to.
Do
right?
you, and so what about like performance enhancing drugs and all that? Does that, creep-
I think
does
it
that,
should be juiced.
does
to
it
the gills
creep
to do
into
it.
that world though? Like,
I've seen it.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. You can tell.
Yeah.
So you guys don't test or anything like
The
that?
commission can do a pop test on it
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
and see if they.
But there's no ongoing pool like the UFC and stuff
no,
like that.
and that was their way of trying to clean it up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
'Cause
yeah.
they-
But
Got
in
out of
your
hand.
opinion, you think everybody should just go
I
all
think
out?
you should. I think everybody. I think it should be doctor.
Yeah,
Dog-
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's like the
Doctor You're gonna have the same amount of testosterone as him and
Yeah.
as him, so that it's like an equal playing field.
yeah.
It's why wouldn't you want to be all?
Well, what's
Right.
that new Olympics? Have you seen that? It's
Oh,
the
yeah, they're starting
enhanced
the-
games.
Yeah.
No, you don't know
No,
anything.
that's amazing.
So
yeah,
there's
look
a-
into that. Like, do you listen to Joe Rogan or podcast?
I haven't
or
in a
anything?
while. I used to when I was drive before on the road and stuff. Like
He
that.
had the guys on. So basically, there's this enhanced games. There was actually talk about swimming. There was they did like a, I don't know, I'm butchering it and making kind of speaking out of my ass, but they had, I don't know if it was like a trial or anything like something like that, or if it was an actual like sanctioned event, but they had the swimmers go and like they just destroyed records and stuff like that. But it's basically supposed to be like the Olympics, but
Olympics,
enhanced. It's
yeah.
called like the enhanced
That's
games,
amazing.
where I think over the next couple of years it's gonna be pretty big, and you know, it's all doctor supervision, and you know, like
I
still
like
within
it.
certain parameters and everything,
Right.
but like as long as you're healthy under doctor supervision, like there's no limits.
Why shouldn't we be super? Why shouldn't an athlete who trains his ass off to his or her ass off to do stuff not have the ability to heal better?
Well, I'm
Right.
sure it's up for you. You know, people disagree anyways, but it's like most people are like that anyways now already, and
And you
they're
don't
just
have to
trying to
hide
hide it,
Right.
and, you know, beat around. It's just you make a test, we figure out how to beat the test. You make a new test, we figure out how to beat the new test.
Right. It's
And
all this
so-
extra work for nothing.
Yeah.
And if it was open and transparent, you're like, hey, yeah, this is where my testosterone
And
is
monitored and
at. And it's the playing field is
Equal.
mhm.
Yeah.
right.
So it'll
I
be
want-
cool to see if they like when they do these events or whatever, what kind of records they can shatter. Like how fast can a human run enhanced?
Yes,
100 meters.
100%.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
want to see that too.
Like
Well,
I mean, we've actually saw it
we've
anyways.
seen all that
Yeah.
already, because
We have.
you know the top, you know, the 11th guy is getting gold medal because all 10 guys get tested positive for X, Y, and Z.
But I would imagine there would be some sort of like Lance Armstrong talked about how everybody was doing.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like I'm sure you still have to be athletic.
totally. It doesn't
100%.
take away from anything. Like it just makes, again, going back to the under doctor supervision and healthy and doing it properly is much different than just, you know, doing as much as you can and becoming useless.
Right.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, it has to be like, this is my body, here's your doctor. We're gonna mix you up a cocktail that will just be perfect for you.
Mhm.
And
Well, and then they
just
can
go.
regulate them when they come
Right.
off
Mhm.
too.
Right,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Totally.
You want to have that
Right.
balance too, where somebody like doctors are, and I've seen it in guys that that do performance enhancing stuff. They're not doing it properly at the end when they do come off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So if there was a regulation of a doctor going, hey,
Right.
man, we're gonna pull you off of the hormone also because and we get you back to somewhat normal or just floating through.
Yeah.
That should be it's the aftermath that people don't really think about either.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Do you have a favorite division you like to watch when fighting? Like
I like the light guys, the 45ers.
Yeah.
Just because they go
just
ham.
fast.
Yeah.
I want speed. I want to see like heavyweights are also fun because it's not going to end well for somebody. It's the power that's there, but also like to see like multiple combinations. I like striking, obviously. Like I think a good majority of people want to see guys like stand and trade leather and see what happened.
Yeah.
I love to bare knuckle.
Yeah.
I asked the commission about doing a bare knuckle show. Like, can we do bare knuckle? And he's like, Jamie, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
Why do you want to do that? You got a good thing going. I'm like, bare knuckle. Fucking super cool. But that's like, in my head, that's the violent in me. Right?
Yeah,
Like, I want to see.
I haven't actually watched an event. I mean, McGregor was the one who's promoting it, and he's like all about it. The BKFC, right? Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. So I haven't watched the fight. I mean, from certain clips that I saw, it's like it gets messy really quickly.
I had a guy on one of my shows in Toronto. A knee to the head, and his whole. I have a picture of it. All down here is completely open.
Wow.
You see his skull.
Is that one of the nastiest injuries you've seen?
No, I mean probably the worst one was a guy broke his leg.
Stuff like that. Seeing bone snap.
Heavyweights, 2 heavyweight guys. This was at Western Fair. I was cage side. He went out. They touched gloves. They circled each other for like 15 seconds, just like getting ready to throw a strike. The first kick he threw, hit his shin bone.
Oh yeah,
I heard it like echo through the building. And then he stepped back down, and then it broke again. And then he hit the floor, and the ref didn't see it. Then the guy jumped on top of him and started the ground and pound while the guy's leg was dangling by the skin. And I was yelling through the cage. I grabbed the cage. I'm like, stop the fight. His leg is broke. His leg is broke. His leg is broke. Like I just And then when you're in an arena and people are screaming,
no one can hear you.
Plus, the guy's on the ground and the guy just jumped on top of him.
Of course, going crazy.
Everyone's gonna roar.
Yeah.
So I'm screaming, and I'm already soft spoken as it is. Like I can't command a room. So I'm like, he broke his leg. He broke his leg. Like, stop the fight. And then the ref saw it because the guy was like, my fucking leg. That was probably one of the worst, but also like coolest, because it's a cool story.
For sure.
And I remember went to the hospital to see him after the fights, and then I'm like, it's all good, man. Like, and he fought again after.
Yeah. Do you guys do like, again, I'm sorry to compare it. Again, I'm not like my ignorance, not necessarily ignorance, but do you do bonuses or anything like that?
Do bonuses with the pros, like we'll work that out with the coach or the manager or whoever you're speaking to. It's usually whatever the purse is. Some guys want a finish bonus, so I'll give you a finish, but if you finish him, I'll give you this much. Or just a win bonus. There's usually a win bonus. It's like just to shoot a number, like say it's 1,000 plus 1,000. So $1,000 to fight, and if you win, you get another 1,000. Some guys negotiate higher. They'll do 1,000 to fight, and then I want 3,000 to finish. Depends on this. Some guys will just go straight flat purse. No, I just want to give me just 1,500 all in.
Do a lot of guys have like managers?
There's managers. A lot of guys get, even in the amateur, I've just started noticing that managers are reaching out saying, "Hey, I'm managing so and so and so and so." But that's also a good sign too, because there's a potential there too, right? Sometimes managers can get in the way of
greasy a
too,
little bit.
Right? I wouldn't. Well, they're looking out for their guy. And I get that too, right? I'm also looking out for them too, but I'm the promoter. I'm not in the greatest of positions to, to claim, I care about them. Nobody, it's like they don't believe you. Even though my reputation will speak otherwise, and they know better, but
inherently it comes.
When the manager's his job is, if he's never dealt with you before, he's looking out for his client. But in reality, I don't think they need managers. I think you should manage yourself. You should be. I've seen guys lose opportunities because of a shitty manager. It's because the manager wasn't working.
That's the game, I guess, right?
It is the game, right?
Yeah.
It's like any other professional sport.
Yeah, for
sometimes
sure.
managers can fuck shit up. Sometimes they're wolves and they can get you where you want, get
Yeah.
you to where you want. But
Would you ever consider fighting?
I'm 46 years old, man.
46.
No
Oh,
way. I
damn.
would have never guessed
What?
that.
I would have never. I thought you were like our age, my age,
Yeah.
like
46.
mid 30s. Damn.
Yeah, for sure.
What?
Nice.
46. No, I'm too old for that.
Yeah.
man.
Good for
Yeah,
you, man. I
I'd
mean,
rather
looking
just
good.
Be like the orchestrator.
Yeah,
I like
absolutely.
to see all the young guys come in.
Damn,
man,
I never
this-
would have
Wow,
guessed
I would've
that.
never guessed,
What?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well, yeah. Is there anything else that is there anything you want to kind of talk about? I know at the beginning.
Man, I like the place, the podcasting stuff. Like with you guys doing this stuff, I think it's super great. Like, and
it's fun.
I used
for
to do
us.
when I used to do them. I would do them just as an excuse to get out of the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get out of the house, go away, and like interact. And I wanted to learn how to talk.
Yeah.
Mm.
And that was another thing too. It was like interaction with strangers, people that you don't know, or
Mhm.
like I want to know I want to know how the gym came.
Yeah.
Like we could easily spend the next
Absolutely,
hour. I can ask
yeah.
you a million questions because I am genuinely curious.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So my curiosity was I was always good at pulling that out of you. Like, tell me how
Yeah.
it started for you. Why
Mm.
did you do this? Why? But you know, what along the way made you feel this or X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
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 So-
Yeah.
Podcasting is really cool. That's why when you asked me, I'm like 100%. I'm on
Yeah.
holidays too from work, so I'm like it's
Yeah.
perfect time.
Well, we should even do it like more than welcome. Like it'd be cool to come
Even-
on and like
I should bring a fighter in.
yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
At
And-
least bring a local up
Yeah.
and coming
Yeah.
guy and then you'll get it, maybe an investment of emotional
yeah, for sure.
attachment
Yeah,
to
for
that
sure.
one particular athlete where you can go, man, I like this. Or when he leaves and you're like, fuck, that kid was a little shit. I want to see him dropped on his head.
Well,
you know?
maybe we can kind of put it out there
You know?
for ourselves. Like if I don't know if you can even for the October one, you know, if
Even
you
for
kind of find
promotion
someone
wise,
that
like,
like
you know
coming
this,
on.
and this is another thing too. It's great. It's great content
Yeah.
too, right? Content is on anything promotion wise is
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
all
I mean, we'd
Yeah.
love to have you back. Absolutely. Even come close to a date or whatever.
and even
just-
I want to say like even if it's nothing to do with fighting, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like if there's something going on and you want to, you know, come on, and because I get that whole like, you know, that's all you talk about all day long, and
oh man,
you
I
know?
could talk a million other things.
yeah,
like,
I'm sure you can, and
because
that's
the
why.
thing is that I get excited about when it's sometimes when it's not MMA related,
Yeah.
when it's
Yeah.
not fight related, when it's not about me.
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
It's always hard to talk about yourself.
yeah,
Right? When someone they ask you questions, you're like, oh man, they're asking me. It feels performative.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to just be as natural and raw as
Right.
possible, but it's also awkward. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's
I get it.
you know,
Yeah,
It's like a bodybuilder, you know. Tell me why. What gets you on the stage? I mean, sure, it's exciting, but it's hard to talk about yourself.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
It's a lot easier to ask another person their backstory.
Well,
Yeah.
then we'll definitely I'll put that kind of in a note somewhere. Even if we do, we'll have you back on, and you know we'll make it a point to not talk fighting, and because we
I'm
do
down
it,
for anything.
we do it all the time. Where you know if we're in a pinch or it's scheduled or one or the other, like a lot of the times, like you know, if you know say our guest has to cancel or something like that,
Mm.
I'll go downstairs and be like, who's downstairs? Like, you want to come up and just like be our third, like kind of host. And
Yeah.
we kind of just talk about whatever.
Current
It's
events,
like,
whatever. It
And
doesn't
that's the
really
thing
matter.
is content creation is the consistency is
Yeah.
what kills, right? And I've been in that position before too. Is I didn't have a guest, one guest canceled, and next
Yeah.
thing you know, you start calling whoever to get the fill in because if you stop, that's you lose momentum.
yeah,
Right.
Like you guys have momentum,
yeah,
Right.
which is a really good position to be in. So. Yeah, if you're in a jam or a pickle, man, I'm around.
Okay, that's
100%.
perfect. Then
Yeah,
you'll
you're
be,
like,
I
hey,
don't
we're-
want to even put it on like you're our, you know,
Yeah, no,
last
just-
call
just
guy or
do
anything
a
like that.
random-
but
yeah,
you'll be
I'm-
our first call for someone that like bails or
Yeah,
something
hey, we're
because
stuck, man. You
Yeah.
want to come in and shoot the shit about fucking North Korea?
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
do it.
100%.
Yeah,
That's
whatever.
exactly what it
Or
is.
we're,
And
you know, we're gonna talk about
You like aliens?
whatever all day, bro.
That's the next one.
All day because I think they're in the water. I think I go on rabbit holes.
Yo,
on those
let's
too.
go.
So it's like baseball guy cracking balls with a baseball bat and UFOs, and because I truly believe
were we just talking about that on our last one? Where did that come about? Where we're
Oh
like,
no, man! But I love
can't
that shit
remember.
too.
fascinates.
I love
Yeah.
that shit.
Fascinates. me.
Yeah.
what we do sometimes is you know what, this will almost make for a good one for us is sometimes we'll just go like crazy. Here, I got a question for you after this, but Reddit threads
Yeah.
and just go down a Reddit thread and answer questions or, just shoot the shit about it and stuff like that. But if you could have 5 dispensable liquids on your fingers, unlimited dispensable liquids on your fingers for the rest of your life, what would the 5 liquids be?
Liquids.
Yeah.
Any kind of liquid.
Yeah, anything you want.
And a liquid. Water for sure.
Okay.
Water be great. Whatever. Water. Maybe a cleaning agent,
Okay.
right? Like it's like how many times you looking for a fucking Windex bottle when you got to clean the mirrors at home or something.
Some
So it'd be
Windex.
like a pinky, like. So I do a cleaning agent, like one that's universal. I can use it in the kitchen, on windows, on
Anything.
mirrors, anything. It's a universal cleaning agent. Doesn't smell bad, but it's nice. Probably a cologne. Probably my favorite cologne.
Okay.
So the cologne that
That's
I wear,
sick.
I would drop that on it because it's like if you're in a pinch, you're like, oh man, I'm sweating at the gym. So you get your water, you got your cologne, your cleaning agent. So 2 more. I'd be smart about this. I'm probably not a big drinker, but it'd be cool. Shot.
You'd be surprised how many people rhyme off 4 alcohols for their
For different
like
ones.
3 beer, tequila, and this. And it's like, like
I was thinking too far ahead because I was like, if I'm gonna have this is my life.
Right. Well, it's a good thinking. So one
Gas.
more. There you
Gas.
go. Perfect.
I was
Gas-
gonna. I
Gas would
always,
be a good one. Too.
I always like have to hold my because obviously we've heard tons of answers.
Yeah.
So like gas was one that we didn't think of that
Right.
someone was like gas. I was like, oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Gas would be another good one.
Are you a coffee drinker?
I am a coffee drinker, but I take gas over the coffee.
Yeah.
Fill up the truck. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
coffee's-
But this is all like
coffee's
we were
cheap.
one day we were on a Reddit thread and we're just like all
That's
these
funny.
random questions. It's
That's
like
a cool question.
Yeah.
thought provoking questions.
But it's one of those. If you actually think about it, you might even change it.
Yeah. But you can't. That's the thing. It's like on the spot, right? Like
Now you can drive home and you're like, fuck, what else could I have done?
yeah.
Because it depends on what kind of. Some liquids have a different purpose for different things, right? I
Well,
think those are probably
gas is good because it's you obviously can use it. You can make a lot of money from it. So
Yeah.
there's that whole thing of like, one of the guys was like, "Oh, there's this snake venom that's worth $100,000 an ounce. I'd take that."
Yeah.
It's just like
Until you
stuff-
mix it up with your water finger.
yeah. Shit, the taps got confused.
Should have had the antidote.
Yeah.
Different finger.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, definitely we'll do it again for sure. And like I said, 2 options. We'll have you back on when we can kind of just do one that's more so just
Yeah, I'm totally down.
stuff like that. And then definitely for the October, I want to come.
Yeah, we should definitely go.
Yeah.
You guys should be red corner, blue corner. I'll be talking shit through the
Yeah.
curtains, going, you're dead. You're dead.
See you
Remember
back.
that podcast?
But Kellogg's is awesome, and I don't know if that's, but like, it's really cool what they're doing there. And
That
everything,
whole
and like,
space, and what I love about that space too is it's a brand new venue.
Yeah.
So they're just learning how to put on, whether it's a concert.
Yeah.
They have a ton of experience in their staffing.
yeah,
It's a new venue.
yeah,
Mm.
and it's awesome, and it's super cool, and
I
everything
stayed the
about it.
weekend at the Hard Rock.
Yeah, how was that? Good.
Bro, I thought when I heard the pricing, for example,
Yeah.
I was like,
No way.
in my head, I'm like, no fucking way, man.
Yeah.
Would someone want to pay, $400
Mhm.
a night? That's
Mhm.
insane. How is that worth that?
Mm-hmm.
I stayed the Friday night and Saturday night because they were one of my sponsors, and I was like 100% worth it.
Oh, cool. That's good.
Wow.
It was a beautiful hotel. The staff was. I felt like I was I actually felt like I was at a resort. For
Cool.
the weekend. Even though I was working, the
Mm.
weigh-ins were at Kellogg's. I was in the building. I used it as an office really
Yeah.
to kind of go back and forth from
Yeah.
third floor and back. So I didn't want to have to drive home. I didn't want to. It's so much easier when
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hotel is your
Mm.
home base. And it was amazing. They got a speakeasy in the basement.
Yeah, I heard that.
Like I
yeah.
came out of my bedroom and there's another door, and then it looks just like a normal hotel room. And you go scan your card, you open up, and then it's a lobby.
That's
Wow.
pretty
And then
sweet.
there's a concierge, and she's like, "Oh, for 2, what do you, drinks, food?" And then you open up another door, and it's like a room as long as this room. and it's like as wide as this room.
Yeah.
Inside, but it's a speakeasy. It's
That's
all
cool.
done with-
Because I've heard a lot of
It's
people
beautiful.
like, yeah, exactly that.
It's beautiful.
It's, you know, the prices and all this, but I don't know if I've talked to anyone that stayed there. So
Yeah, it is really nice, and
mm.
100% will stay there for the next show too. Just I like to have the home base.
yeah,
also,
absolutely.
But do you know there's a secret restaurant in that building?
Like
Pappy's?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's super cool. Have you been there?
I
Have you
have
ate?
not.
Oh, it's
No.
we went there kind of close. Actually, it was almost right when it opened
Yeah.
because they weren't even like advertising or anything. And go, it's as cool at like how you're describing that speakeasy. It's like you go in. Have you heard about it or
I've
walked
heard about
past
it,
it?
yeah,
You go
so-
to that butcher counter,
And
and then there's a big freezer door, and
Yes.
behind it you just open up into this new different world.
yeah,
it's really cool.
I didn't
That's
know
cool,
that
yeah.
they even existed.
It's really
And then I
cool.
was told,
Definitely
I'm
go
like,
there.
Really? And then I'm like, you gotta go. People like hidden shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like here, like when I came here, I'm pulling up to a gym. I stepped into your gym, beautiful facility. I've seen people lifting weights. It smells like a gym. It's like this is a gym. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful gym, amazing. So I asked the lady, hey, how do I
That door over there.
I
up the
find these
stairs.
guys? Go up the stairs and knock on the door. I'm like, okay, cool. And then it opens up into this, and you're like, I would have never guessed in a million.
No
years
one
that
can.
this
Yeah,
was-
I mean that's
I
what's
thought
cool
I was
about
gonna
it.
come up to cubicles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
sure. Maybe you had a small room.
Yeah,
They have like a cubicles. Like I had a studio.
it's
before,
cool.
so-
That's why I like to have like I extend like this goes out for you too, obviously, and like anyone. I don't charge anything, but anyone knows I have it. They're more than because I just want people to like enjoy the space and. Everyone that comes up is like, oh, I would have never imagined, you know, like even when I tell people, yeah, I got an office on top of the gym, like if you ever need it for anything, they're like, what are you
do I
talking
need your
about?
office
Everyone
Like,
just
yeah.
thinks of like a conventional office.
Yeah.
You know, like you
this
said,
is-
like a
this is
cubicle,
like
whatever.
The ideal office.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
This is like-
Super lucky to
like-
like that this was above here, and
Yeah.
you know, and like I said, we just make it functional, and I just want
You
people
got to
to
get a Bob up here, bro. One of those punching bags. It's a man
yeah.
from the waist up.
There is one downstairs.
I should get one of those machines.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you, this is cool. So I brought one of those machines to the last fights. So a guy called me. His name's Aladdin. Never heard of him. Never nothing. He's like, hey, is this Jamie Champion from Prospect Fighting Champs? Yes, sir, it is. He goes, listen. He goes, I have this arcade business. He goes, I have a punching machine, arcade machine, where you hit it and it tells you how hard it hits. He goes, how much would you charge me for me to bring the machine? I go, tell me about the machine. Is it coin operated? Is it debit? Is it?
Yeah.
Tell me about the machine. He's like, it's not debit yet. He goes, the thing is, he goes, the patrons would have to go get coins
Yeah.
to do it. And I go, is there a mode that's free play?
Yeah.
Can you do a free play mode? He goes, yeah. He goes, there's a free play. I go, then let's do free play. Do 3 punches for $5. I'll get a gift basket from Kellogg's and from the factory.
Whoever
Do a
gets the highest.
whoever has the hardest punch in the building gets a $500 gift basket. I go, we'll do 3 punches
Genius.
for $5 all day. And he goes, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And I go, can you set the power of the machine? He goes, yeah, there's 3 settings. So like one setting I could go and I cracked it on the easy setting. It went right to $9.99.
Yeah.
I put it on the hard setting. It was like 300, 325. It was a lot harder. So you got to crack it to
Yeah,
get an
yeah, yeah.
actual real reading. So I go put it on hard, get yourself a clipboard or whiteboard, and I go take the names of the hardest puncher every time someone comes through, wipe it off, the next,
Yeah,
the next,
yeah.
and then we'll run it till like 10 p.m. and we'll announce it. Whoever the hardest puncher in the building wins. the
That's
basket.
cool. Yeah.
Bro, that fucking thing was lit up the whole event.
I imagine.
Boom,
So.
boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. Girls, guys. There was a dude there. He had to be like 6'4", 315, big muscle bound. Like you knew that guy was gonna like.
Break
Guys
the
are that
machine.
big, man. That it's like a bear hitting.
Yeah.
or hitting something. Like all they do is swing their arm.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. The guys that are that heavy is dangerous. And that dude was like bull running, boom, 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 crack. And he didn't end up winning the whole thing. It was another guy who happened to be pretty jacked too. But they must have. I bet you they spent hundreds of dollars cracking on that thing trying to beat each other.
Yeah.
And that was
That's
that was a
sick.
great. And I told the guy, I'm like, bro, we'll come back and do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back and do it again because it's again as soon as you guys are at the top of that escalator.
It's right there.
It was right there.
Mm.
You know, I had projection mapping done showing the logos. It was dark. The music was playing. Like when you walk into an actual live event, you're always blown away.
Yeah.
I can
Mm.
confidently say that to you.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
say, when you come to my event, you're going to be like, bro, I had no idea it was going to be like this.
Cool. I'm
it
excited.
feels like a pro show. I got pyrotechnics. I got like wall of pipe and drape. We had a fancy walkout with a platform. Like I go all out that extra for that fighter. For one, I want them to have their experience, walk up and all of a sudden they got smoke and like a wrestling entertainment.
That's awesome.
Because that to me is what I want to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
A $55 ticket for a night out.
Yeah,
it's got to be worth
for
it.
sure.
Yeah. And it's I'm not asking for $100 to take $200 a ticket. I want to make sure that your money is well spent. You go, hey, fuck, I spent $55. I had 4 drinks, $10 a drink.
And they want to come back.
I had a great time. There's no problem. And most of the crowd is always friends and family.
Yeah.
So like if you're fighting, and that's why I say like I make you guys fight. I convince you guys to fight each other. How many tickets do you think you're gonna sell just to the people at the gym?
Yeah.
Dude,
just
everyone from the gym would show.
That could be 100 tickets sold, and then I just break you off a percentage of your ticket sales. We work together. Okay, let's hustle.
He's a member, so I get like if you're getting the thing, I get like 2% of his break,
and then it goes out to his network.
Yeah, but I get like I want 2% of his
he's the
network
manager.
too.
Yeah, he's my manager.
He's the manager.
Yeah.
So you're
We'll figure it out.
Fight to break your contract. Storyline, you know? Pretty much.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Thanks for coming. This is awesome.
Thank you, Jamie.
I think
awesome.
It'd be cool to have back on, and I think it'd be a funny conversation with just something generic, and because I can appreciate the aspect of not always wanting to talk business and
for sure, and
aliens, bro, aliens
all day. But I think it's a part of it too, right?
Yeah,
I mean, something that's the icebreaker.
Yeah, exactly.
For a lot of people, to have that conversation with people is an icebreaker. Then it gives you a chance to get to kind of know me as I explain it.
Yeah, totally.
Say this is what I do, but because I'm quiet.
Yeah.
Right. So for the most part, like you may see me and automatically go, oh, like, is he talkative? Is he? You don't know somebody just by based off the looks, right? I'll tell you that I'll talk all day. Well, I can talk all day.
Well, yeah, like it said too, the door's always open for this space, and even if you want to have someone on because you want to bring someone to the table and you find value in yourself for bringing them and everything. Absolutely. The door's wide open for whatever you want to do, bro, and have use this as your platform as well. So.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Cool.
Amazing.
Awesome. Thank you.
Until next time. Thanks for listening. See ya.